you're going to do to get a fast start as a brand new distributor. Now, we have a program called Steps to Success. And when you sign up, you pay $199. Now, I'm going to try to write on the board. Hopefully, you guys out there in cyberspace will see this. But you're going to sign up for $199. Okay? When you're prospecting and you're talking to people, when you sit down with them, you guys, it doesn't do any good to just sign somebody up just for the sake of signing them up. Do you want to build your business fast? Yes. If you're signing up people for the sake of signing them up, they're going to drag you down because they are not motivated. And we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But what I want you to do is when you sit down with someone and you go through these 4 steps to success, if your prospect is not willing to do all 4 of these steps, then they are a customer. They are not a distributor, or it's not time for them to be a distributor. So step number 1 is they must purchase their business builder kit for $199. Now, along with that, there is an e-office. And there's 2 different prices on that. For the first month, if you just sign them up at $199, they can get just the regular e-office next month starting at $20 per month. It's the cost of doing business. But if they're serious about really wanting to build a business, they're going to want the whole Megillah, which is our e-suite revolution. And it's $29 a month. So for $9 more, you get every tool at your fingertips for you to be able to see everything that's going on in your downline. You're going to be able to communicate with them. You're going to be able to see how much money you're making. You can go through there and map out your groups, and we're going to talk about that later too. But it's an invaluable tool. And so if you wanted to get that your very first month as a brand new distributor, you pay an extra $15 with your kit. So instead of paying $199, have you seen that option that's $214? That's why, because you're going to get your first month of eSuite Revolution, the whole deal. Or if they just do the $199, they're going to get the basic e-office. Is that clear? So then the next month they'll start getting charged the $20 or the $29. So let people know that that's part of it, because there's nothing more frustrating for a brand new person that doesn't recognize that they're going to be charged the next month for that. And then they get upset because they don't understand what's this extra $20 charge or this extra $29 charge. So make sure that you're letting them know that that is going to be coming out the very next month. Okay? Because, again, you don't want them mad at you. And there is no reason for you to be concerned or worried that they're going to be upset with you if you have to, that you're telling them that they're going to get charged this. This is a business. This is the cost for doing business. And you don't want to, namby-pamby around with that, because people will appreciate knowing up front what it's going to entail. That can also decide for them whether or not they really want to get involved or not. If somebody just thinks they're going to get in and they're going to make money just like that, that's just pie in the sky. So they're not going to be, you gotta tell them everything that's involved. So step number 1 is to sign up for $199. With that, they're going to get 8 of the body applicators. They're going to get a padfolio with some marketing materials in there, and they get their website. And they get their e-office, the basic e-office, free for 1 month. Okay, so that's what they get with the $199. Plus they get you and your upline that's interested in helping them to succeed. So that's $199. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is to turn on your $80 auto ship. Now we're turning it on. They're not going to be charged for it, and it's not going to ship until the following month. They have 30 days for that to come out. In our company, the only thing you ever have to do to get paid commissions is to do an $80 auto ship. And when I say dollar, it's really 80 BV, which is bonus volume. And most of the product, every product that we have, with the exception of the essential bars and the package deals, just product for product. Wraps are $49, they're $49 BV. Fat Fighter is $23, $23 BV. So almost every product is like that, but be careful on the packages, because some of the packages, like the Ultimate Body Challenge, that one is $99, but it's only 80 BV or 82 BV, something like that. So be aware of that. So it's BV, you want to do 80 BV in order for you to get paid commissions. Now, you'll see in there it says do an 80 BV or $150. Now what that is, you want to let your auto ship run for your first month at least. And in fact, if you're really serious about building this business, you will never turn your auto ship off. I've been doing this going on 6 years and I have never turned off my auto ship. The reason that they put the 150 in there is because as you're gathering loyal customers, that BV, if it totals 150, then you don't have to do your $80 auto ship. Now again, if you're serious about building this business, you just don't even question that $80 auto ship. I will tell you, I've had distributors that messed around. They had built up some customers and they were running $200, $300, $400 in BV with their customer volume. And all of a sudden, for whatever reason, 1 month, some people got off their auto ship or whatever. That volume fell down below 150. They weren't paying attention to it and they didn't get a paycheck that month. Had one guy in particular, it cost him $2,700 by $1. His BV fell down to 149. Do you think he was upset? Yeah, but you know what? It was his fault. He kept messing around with it, wasn't paying attention, and I just kept saying, you've got to turn that 80 BV on. If you're serious about building a business, turn that auto ship on. You can change it every month. You don't have to get the same thing. In the beginning, you're going to want to get the applicators, because that's what's going to put money in your pocket. You need them. They're not going to sit around on your shelf. They are going to be sold. You will not be able to keep them in if you're talking to people. So that is not an expense to you. It is the cost of doing business. You're going to make your money right back and then some. Or after a while, it can be products that you're using for your own self in your family. The Vitals, the Greens, the Regular. You know, those are products that you need. You need to be a product of the product. So you want to make sure that you're, buying those products and using them. Because how can you be a testimony if you're not using them? So that 80 BV is so important. And if somebody is not willing to do their 80 BV, they're not ready to be a customer. A distributor. They need to be a customer. So that's so important. So you clear that with them right away. You tell them that's going to come out the next month. But we turn it on now. As soon as they sign up, you turn it on. There's a page for that when you're enrolling someone. There's a page for that. The third step is to get 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. The best way to do that is to have a party. So what I'm going to be beginning to do now is I am not even going to sign somebody up until the night of their party. I want them to book their party right then and there so that I guarantee that they're going to get their 4 customers or come really close to it if not. They're going to be able to get $100 in free product by getting 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days. Now, day 31 doesn't count. If they go over that 30 days, they just missed out on $100 in free product. And we always recommend that they get 2 boxes of the applicators for that $100 so that they've got more product to go out there and sell to do their parties with. So, 4 loyal customers, it does a couple of things. One, it gets that distributor fast start qualified as soon as they get 2 loyal customers. So 2 customers, as soon as they get 2 customers, they are fast start qualified. Now what is fast start? Fast start is whenever that distributor gets their first 2 customers, the sponsor is going to get $100 fast start. But they have to do that in their first 30 days. So the company, that used to be all that we offered, was just having someone get their 2 customers. And the company said, well, it's not very nice for us to say, I want you to get your 2 customers so that I can get my $100. So they said, well, let's make an incentive for them to get those customers. So we'll give them $100 if they'll get 4. But as soon as they get 2, the sponsor gets $100. As long as they have their 2 customers. Okay? Now I have the question all the time that says, well, if you sign up and you didn't get your first 2 customers in your first 30 days, does that mean you won't ever get Fast Start? No. As soon as you get those 2 customers on board with you, then at that point you're eligible to start getting Fast Start.
But they have to be loyal customers, not distributors.
Right, loyal customers. That's correct. Those are the people that agree to have 3 months on auto ship of at least 1 product, minimum. So, one thing is when they get 2, you're going to get Fast Start. And as soon as you sponsor someone, you're the brand new distributor, you got your 2 customers, now you brought in a new person, Sally, and you help Sally get her party so that she can get her 4 customers. As soon as she gets 2, then you make that $100 Fast Start. And then another thing happens when you get these customers that's ongoing. Every time you gather 2 loyal customers, you qualify for wrap rewards. What that is now, normally if you buy a box of wraps from the company, it's $49 plus tax plus shipping. So wrap rewards, the company will give you a box of 4 of the wraps for $19.95 with no shipping. So now your wraps are costing you a little over $20 for 4 of them every time you get 2 loyal customers. And that's ongoing. It doesn't stop after the 30 days. So you could literally feed your business with wrap rewards. When you go out and do a party, you're charging anywhere from $20 to $25 to maybe even $30. I have some girls that are charging $30 at their wrap parties. And you paid $5 for that wrap? That's some pretty serious income in your pocket that night when you do a wrap party. I just did a wrap party the other night and we had over 15 girls there and they were all paying $25. And I was helping this distributor and she had all of her wraps were done in wrap rewards. That was awesome. That was money in her pocket. And she turned around and got more loyal customers, building up more wrap rewards. So it's so important for you to get a new distributor started right with getting those customers. And I'm telling you guys, do not sign them up if they're not ready to have their party. Unless they can convince you that they can get on the phone right now and get 4 loyal customers. That's the only way you should be signing them up. And like I said, wait till they have their party. Then you're guaranteed that they have their party, because I've had some people that got, they signed up. We never got their party booked for one reason or another, and they missed out on their $100 in free product. I didn't get my $100 Fast Start, or the sponsor didn't get their $100 Fast Start, and that incentive was totally wasted. So don't sign them up until they're ready to do their party. I'm going to sign them up at their party. Everybody they invite there, that's going to be their customers, their distributors. They're not going to miss out on anything. So that's very, very important. And then step number 4 is to become an executive. An executive is, this is you. You bring in 2 distributors that are doing a total of 400 in volume. And that includes their customers, any distributors, anything that's going on underneath them. If the total volume is $400 in 2 distributor legs, these are distributors now, they're not customers. Now you're an executive. Once you do that, you have completed your 4 steps to success. We have some incentives for people who do that in their first 30 days. And if you're really wanting to build this business, you should be doing that just in your first 30 days. That just should be a no-brainer. It's really simple, you guys. If you're having some parties, you're gonna find people that wanna do this. Don't talk anybody into doing it. You don't need to do that. You're not desperate. Because what happens when you talk somebody into it, they might get excited and caught up into the emotion of it. They never, before you saw them, they never thought about doing another business. That wasn't even on their mind. They just didn't even, they weren't there in their thinking process. So you talked them into it, they got caught up in the emotion, and then all of a sudden reality hits in, and you call to invite them to come to a meeting like this, or you call to get their party booked or whatever, and they've got excuse after excuse after excuse because their reality came back in. They weren't really looking to begin with. Does that make sense? So I've done that over and over and over again. And, you want it more for them, it just works out that way. So you're ending up hurting yourself, and you didn't do them any favors. Because then that's another person that got involved and they didn't do anything, and then they'll go, that didn't work. Right? So with this, you're the one that's got something special to offer to them. So you need to make sure that you are taking care of it. You be proud of it. You are the interviewer. You determine who you want in your business. You don't need anybody to come in that isn't excited and that doesn't want something out of it. Because this is a simple business. Whoever does anything with it, I promise you, will make money. The people who wrap the most people make the most money. It's that simple. If you're wrapping people, you will make money. If you're not wrapping people, I can promise you you're not making any money. And if you're not making any money, don't come to me and say, I'm just not making any money. You got to look at yourself. How many people have you wrapped? That's the whole key to making money in our business, is wrapping people. And then we have other things that are going to play into that by strategizing and building your team in the right way. And we are going to talk about that in a minute. But getting yourself started as a new distributor, one of the things you need to do is get plugged in to our system of success. And that is, as soon as you get online, go to your back office, log into your training academy. And every time you have a spare minute, go in there and look at all the stuff on the training academy. There is so much information on there in your back office. There's videos on how to do a wrap party. There's videos on compensation. There is product videos for you to learn about all the products. It's a really, really good site for you. Talks about overcoming your fears and things like that. There's so much information on the Training Academy. And then another website you want to go to is my training site, which is journeytodiamond.com. Now, I have a little bit more information there that's more in depth than what's on the company's website, because it's a private training for distributors only, and that's why there is a password and a login. The login is Believe, B-E-L-E-I-V-E. Is that how you spell it? B-E-L-I-E-V-E. See,
You knew
anybody
you
do
said
this? Believe, and the password is Do It Now. All in lowercase, all one word, no spaces. Do it now. There is almost everything about how to market this applicator, how it works, why it works, all the ins and outs of it, how to measure. It shows you how to measure the arms, how to measure the legs, how to measure the stomach, everything. There is some in-depth training in that website. There's a lot of audios, a lot of videos, lots and lots of information. After watching that in your training academy in your back office, you guys know everything you need to know to go out and start doing this business without anybody holding your hand. But the good news is you have a sponsor that will help you. And if your sponsor's not helping you, then search further upline to find out the next person up there that is building their business and get them to help. You have an upline diamond or double diamond or whatever that is very serious about building this business that will take you by the hand and show you what to do. Now, they won't do it all for you, but they will show you what you need to know in order to go out and start making money from this from day one. Okay? Another thing you want to do is get involved on the conference calls. Now, we have a conference call pretty much just about every night. Now, do I want you sitting there listening to conference calls and not out working your business and having parties? No. But if you're at home, you find yourself, your party got canceled or whatever, and you're at home, and instead of watching TV, if there's a conference call, then you should be on that conference call. And the number for that is 507-726-3200. And the PIN is 44985. There's a conference call on Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's about a 15-minute call. It's with Pam and Mark, and they pretty much make any announcements. They recap the week, and they just give you a little boost for the week to come. Good information on there. Monday night, it's at 9 p.m. Eastern, and that is Pam's Show Me the Money call. Now, she will interview new diamonds and above. She'll have Dr. Don on there. She has a lot of business building success stories and tips on how to get your business, how people are building their business. It's very invaluable to listen to these calls. One nugget of information could totally transform your business. I know I had a gal who wasn't able to listen to them because she worked at nights. So she would download them. You can download them onto a CD or put them on an MP3 and listen to them in your car. And what she did is she just downloaded all the archived calls because they are archived. So if you have a party and you missed the call because you were legitimately out there working your business, then you can listen to the archive call. So what she did is she downloaded them all, put them where she could listen to them in her car. Those calls built her to diamond because she heard some information that totally changed her business from those calls. So really, really invaluable calls. Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern is a call with Rusty Lackey and Cammie Dempsey, and it's a fresh start testimony opportunity call. So that's mainly for, you can bring prospects onto that call, and they're going to hear people that are building the business and how it's been different for them, being in other businesses or whatever. How is this different? What they've been able to do with it works. So that is a really, really, really good call. It's about a 15-20 minute call. On Thursday night is a call for Estro Rhythm, specifically for that post-menopausal symptom product that we have that is phenomenal, and that one is at 8:30 Eastern. So that's power-packed with lots of information to help you market the Estro Rhythm product, because there's a lot of things that we need to know about it that we don't know in order to be able to sell it. So those are the calls. Now every other Thursday night, tonight, my sweet husband is going to do the call tonight, and it's at 10 p.m. Eastern, every other Thursday. So this Thursday, so it'll be 2 weeks again from now. And I'll always be sending out an email when it's time for that to take place. Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern. So my husband's going to do that call for me tonight so that we can visit after we get done here at 9 o'clock. He's going to record it. It'll be usually recorded unless I make a mistake. Sometimes I forget to do it, but anyhow, so you guys that are listening, if you'll remind Blair to record the call, that'd be great. So, so that's the conference calls. Plug into them. If you want to say your name, let Pam know you're there. Let the caller, the moderator, know that you're there. They always log in about, 4 or 5 minutes before the time for the call. And, if you're quiet and shy, you don't have to let anybody know you're there. But you want them to hear your name. And after a while, they're going to recognize, oh, Julie from Texas, And Pam will say, whoa, hi, Julie, how you doing, So you want your name out there. You want them to hear you. I want to hear you out there. You want to hear your team on there. There's nothing better than feeling and hearing your team out there on that call. And I expect to hear a lot of people from Texas on that call. You know, I know we're from Tennessee, so we're always like, hey, it's Mel from Tennessee, you know, or Tina from Tennessee, and all. And it does do something to you when you hear all those Tennessee people. Well, we want to hear that about Texas, right? We want them to know Texas is on the map. You guys, we're going to have Pam coming in here before too long. We're going to have Mark and Cindy come in here before too long. So, you know, this is a happening area, and I want you guys to just really take advantage of that. So, right now it's 8 o'clock. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to show you the money, okay? So, you guys out there in cyberspace, go ahead and take a little break. Might not be able to see it. I apologize for that, but I'm going to do the best I can, like I said, to explain what I'm doing, okay? So we're going to talk about how we make money in this business. Come on in. Okay, the first way you're going to make money is through immediate income, which is doing rat parties and selling rats. Wherever you go, you put money in your pocket, that's immediate income. That's the first way that you're going to make money in this business. That is cash money to you. That's money that nobody has to know about but you and God. That's right. That's cash. I recommend, usually I tell everybody, you're going to end up having to buy a safe. Because you're going to have a lot of cash. A lot of cash. I promise you. If you're wrapping people. Now, if you're not wrapping people, doesn't matter. But I can promise you, if you're wearing your shirts, you got car magnets, you got blitz cards, everywhere you go, you're going to attract attention from the people that are going to be either a customer in your business or a distributor in your business. You just have to put it out there. I know that one of the girls here went blitzing yesterday. She created a stir. They went in there to a coffee shop and was just talking out loud, and some people were very interested to hear what they were talking about. And I went with her today. Linda and I went, wrapped 2 ladies. They both signed up as loyal customers and did about $300 worth of product. And that was from going in a coffee shop and talking loudly. Right? Is that what it was?
We are very loud when we want to be.
They were very loud. You know, you guys have fun with this. This is a fun business. If you are not having fun with this, then you're doing something wrong, I can promise you. Because there is no pressure here. This is fun. If you go out and you present this in a professional way and you're having fun with it, people are going to be attracted to you like magnets. They're going to be attracted to you. And so wear your shirts. That's your biggest form of advertising. In fact, I hardly ever get to wear regular clothes. You know, if I go to the store, if I'm going out just doing errands, I go get my grandkids, whatever, I've always got a knit work shirt on. And you want to have that. That is your best form of advertising. If you are tired and you don't want to talk to anybody, don't wear your shirt. Because I promise you, you will talk to someone whether you like it or not. They're going to ask you, what is that? We have great shirts that say, ask me how. That's what Linda had on. And you'll have people say, how? And you're like, you forget for a second that you had that shirt on or whatever. And you just say, oh, here, let me give you a coupon for my product. If they are interested, they'll ask you more about it. If they just look at it and go, oh, okay, thanks, you're done. Walk away. They might look at it later or whatever. But don't stand there and go, oh, let me tell you all about it. Oh my goodness, this is the most fantastic product. Oh my goodness, you know, you're going to lose fat. You can do here, you can do here, you can do here, do here. You know, you will. I've had people do that. And that person is backing up and going, oh, okay, yeah, thank you, okay, yeah. You know, if they're interested and they want to know more, they're going to ask you more. So be very conscious of their body language and of their level of interest when you're showing it to them. So, and when you're out blitzing, All that is just making sure you're giving people coupon cards. When you go into a business, you just go up to the counter or whatever, you just say, hey, I'm just introducing a new product here. I want to give you some coupons. And they'll take them. And if they say thank you, like I said, just walk away. Just go on. Let the cards do the work for you. If they ask you what it is, then you can answer them. So you need to have your little 30-second commercial already figured out on what you're going to say, because you only have like 30 seconds to get that impression on them, whether or not they want to find out more. You can say it's an all-natural herbal body applicator that detoxes and tightens and tones and firms, and you can lose inches in as little as 45 minutes. Keep it short and sweet. If they want to know more, then give them a little more. But the best thing you can do is just say, I don't know how it works. I just know it works. I just know that when I did it, I lost 4 3/4 inches the first time. You know, tell your story on what happened to you. And then if they go, oh wow, okay, that's great. It's time to go. But if they go, oh, so what do I have to do? Can I do one? Then tell them about it and let them do it. I promise you, you will wrap people in parking lots. You'll wrap people in bathrooms. Just be prepared anywhere you go to be ready to wrap somebody. Because they will ask to be wrapped. They will. So that's the first way we make money, is through immediate income. The second way we make money is through building your team. When you sign somebody up, they're a distributor. This is you, and these are distributors. Okay? On your 4 steps to success, we want you to get to executive right away, right? So you need 2 distributors to do that. Back that one off there. Now, what do you want to do when you first sign up? You want to get your loyal customers, right? So you're going to also be putting in some loyal customers along the way. But when you're out there showing this to people, you will run across people that say, this looks good. I think I'd be interested in this. I'd like to do this. So those are distributors. Okay, you're going to get them signed up. On your front line, they're going to be right there on your front line. You make 15% of whatever's going on your front line. That would be your customers, your personal customers, and any distributors that you personally bring in. So you make 15% on that front line level. When they bring someone in, you make 10% on your second level. So this is your first, this is your second level. You make 10%. Third level, you make 5%. So these people on your third level, you make 5%. Fourth level, you make another 5%. Now what I'm drawing out here is everybody getting 2. You see how fast that's growing? It's growing really fast. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. Level 5, you make another 5% on those people. And so on and so on. That's a lot of people coming into your business. Everybody just going and getting 2, getting 2, getting 2, getting 2, getting 2. Now where it gets really interesting is on your 6th level, you're going to make an extra 2% and on down to the next emerald. But here, when you've done this and each one of these are doing 400 in volume total, you are an executive. Executive is the first level. When you complete your 4 steps to success, you are an executive. So when you first become involved as a distributor, you earn 2 levels of pay. whatever's going on in your front line and your second line. In order to get more down here, you got to become an executive. An executive qualifies you for 3 levels of pay. The next spot is Ruby. Ruby is 3 legs, and one of them has 2, which makes this guy an executive. These 2 are just doing 400. Now you're a Ruby. So this is what a Ruby looks like. 3 and 2, doing 400. Okay? When you do that, you qualify for 4 levels of pay at Ruby. The average Ruby in our company makes about $600 a month. Now I'm so excited that Julie over here was telling me her first month in the business, she made right at $650. That's unheard of in network marketing. For somebody to make that kind of money in their first month, that's pretty exciting, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, very exciting. So this is what a Ruby looks like. Now, on Journey to Diamond, under the compensation section, there is some worksheets there, and it's called compensation level worksheets. And you can print them out. This shows what what an executive is. So it's you and 2 people. So what you do is you print these out, you identify you, and then identify who's going to be your first 2 people. Put them in the blanks, fill them in. So now you know that that's what you're shooting for is executive. You get one person sponsored, put their name in there, and now you got to know, okay, I'm going to go get that second person so that I can be an executive. And then the way to get them qualified is to do that party. If you're doing your launch party with them, you're going to have $400 in volume easily. So that's what a qualified leg is. So 400 is all that's qualified. So you get 2 of those, you're an executive. Ruby, you print your sheets out. Here's the Ruby worksheet. 3 people with one of them having 2. So you want to build with intent and with purpose. You want to get to Ruby right away. Ruby is a key element to building this business big. If you're building rubies, you will make a lot of money building rubies. Because if you just have everybody doing their executive and becoming executives, all you got to do is add one more person, and you've got a Ruby right here. That's a Ruby. So you get your 2 people, have them a party, help them get 2, one of them at least get 2 people, and add another one and you're a Ruby. But what if you're building 2s? You know, you're building in 2s and then adding the 3rd one. As soon as you get 3 wide and you've gotten your 4 loyal customers, do not put another person on your front line until you've talked to your upline. We want you to get 3 right away. Then call your upline. Say, okay, I got my 3. Now what do I do? Because now I got a 4th person coming on. What am I going to do with them? This is where we're going to be intently building rubies. So say you've got this guy, you've gotten 3 people sponsored, this one, this one, this one. Okay? Let me show you something. Okay, this is you. You sponsored 3 people, and they're doing 400. You're working. They've had parties and everything. Your 4th person comes in. We want to get you to Ruby. So we have a thing in our business that's called specifying placement. Have you ever noticed when you go and you're going to enroll somebody, it says automatic placement and specified placement? This is where specifying placement is going to be to your advantage. What it means is, say you're a great recruiter, but maybe this person's not such a great recruiter, or whatever, and you're helping them. They're working. Now you want to do this with people who are working. Be very, very diligent not to do this for people who are not working. Don't do it just to help your sister or your brother who has no interest in building a business at this point. Do it with people that say, I want this, I want to do this. And they're plugged in, they're on the conference calls, they're doing their $80 auto ship. They're coming to meetings, and they're getting a little bit of a slow start or whatever. Then you can place someone. You sponsored them, but you could place someone here, because now we got to build an executive for you to be Ruby, right? So you might place someone here, have a party, help them get their 400. All they need is one more person doing 400. Now they're a Ruby. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Now, you don't want to ever place anybody below this second level. Okay? This is important. Now, what I'm teaching you guys is you're not going to find this anywhere else. It's not on the training site. It's nowhere else. This is just something that we have figured out makes this thing really go. And you need your upline's help with this. If your upline is new, then go further up. Go to your diamond who knows how to do this and get some guidance. Okay? But get yourself to Ruby by getting 3. And then if you've got 4 loyal customers and you got your $100 in free product already, and again, you're having some parties and you're getting some loyal customers, maybe this guy right here is sitting at 200. And that's all you lack, is having 2 more $100 up under there. Then you might want to put a couple of customers under there. That's going to help that leg qualify. And not only that, when they got their 2 customers, whoever the sponsor was is going to get that $100 fast start. Okay? Vanessa?
Did you call and put order underneath them and get them to ship the product to your house?
Yes, you can do that too. But not the first time.
Right.
Not as a customer, not
Right.
doing that.
No,
But yes,
yeah.
you can place an order under there. You can do that
Okay.
and have it shipped to your house,
But
yes.
those are distributors, not just
Right,
customers.
these are distributors. These are distributors.
So you
Okay?
can place an order under a distributor?
Yes.
Okay, but
To
not
bring
under-
in the
The
box.
question is can you place an order under a distributor to help them get to where they need to be? Yes, you can. Now, you don't want to do it all the time, but if you need product, stop and look and see what you've got going on here before you place that order, so that, I mean, you're going to get paid commission on it by ordering it under somebody. But again, don't go any further down than your second level. And then what you teach these people here is for them not to go any further down than their second level. And those people not to go any further down than their second level. So that way, it's staying up close to the people that sponsored them. Does that make sense? Now, where this gets really, really great is when you're going on to become an emerald. You got a 4th leg going. This one, he's going to add that 3rd leg, right? This one's already got their 2. So now this one is a ruby. And you're maintaining and building, again, helping them get 3, and one of them getting 2. Now here's a new ruby here. And the other 2 are just doing 400. Now you're an emerald. The average emerald makes about $1,000 part-time. This could be already in your 2nd month in the business. Becoming an emerald.
So if you're a ruby and someone under you is a ruby, then that's how you get to it.
As long as
You have one, you gotta have 2 rubies under you. One in one leg, one in the other. Now, the good news is it doesn't have to be the person you personally sponsored. That ruby could be down here. All of a sudden now, that's a whole ruby leg. That's amazing that they've got that in there like that. So even if this guy's not really doing anything, but you got one down here that's working and he became a ruby, boom, that whole leg's a ruby leg for you. Counts.
Another question. So it's better to go down instead of out,
Both. You want to build width,
but you want to
but you also want to build some depth. But it takes 5 people wide to go all the way to the top of our pay plan. To become an ambassador diamond, which is what I am, I had to have 5 working legs. Now, they weren't all personally the one I sponsored, they were somebody down in that leg somewhere. Okay? So, now you're an emerald. An emerald. Now, I know you're not going to get all this information tonight. There's no way you could. I'm just hoping that you're going to kind of catch it while I'm going over it. And then again, when you see it again, then it'll make more sense the next time. But now as an emerald, you get 2% down, all the way down, unlimited levels down to till somebody else is an emerald in that leg. So all of your other legs that are building, until there's an emerald there, you get 2% down in there.
Do you get 2% off of everything they do,
All the volume that's down there, yes. All that. You're going to get,
including their customers and?
yes, all of that. You are. So now, your big goal is to become a diamond. Diamond. Forgot to show you the worksheet for emerald. It's right here. In order to be an emerald, you need 2 rubies, right? So again, we're building rubies. You build 1, you're a ruby yourself. You build 2, now you're an emerald. When you build 3 rubies, that will put you to diamond. Because one of them has to be an emerald leg, which has 2 rubies under it. And then you have to have 1 leg that's a ruby. And then the other 3 legs are just piddlers. They're just doing 400. Okay, so now you've got another leg out here. This one is now going to become an emerald by building rubies, right? So this one has 2 legs that are rubies and 2 that are doing 400. Now this one now is an emerald leg. And then here was your ruby over here. 3 people with one of them having 2. And everybody's doing 400. That's the kicker. It's 400. So here's your ruby leg. These 3 are just doing 400. Now you're a diamond. Yes.
Is it 400 with no customers?
Customers,
That could be them
whatever.
selling like crazy, or they could
Yep.
have some customers plus them.
It's whatever's being.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It can be one person that has 15 customers and they're doing 400. It doesn't matter. Doesn't have to have a distributor under there for that to be 400.
And on the ruby leg, the one that has the 2, those 2 are distributors, not
Yes.
customers. They
They're
are distributors. Okay.
right? So they're doing 400
So
with whatever else is going on up under there.
does it have to be the head of the team that's
Nope.
400 or someone in there?
Someone in there,
is 400?
just someone that's in there. It could be this guy down here that did that. So now you're a diamond. This is when Mark Pentecost, our CEO, says you have the license to start printing money is when you get to diamond. And you can get, by doing this and by using and building rubies, you can get to diamond in 3 months. You become a ruby your first month, promote to emerald your second month, and then go to diamond your 3rd month. You guys, it's not that hard. Diamond, when you draw out the structure of it, when you have this diamond worksheet filled out, it's 24 people. It could be 24 people that you knew almost all of them, but you helped place and do, and working with your team. Again, you don't want to place anybody under I call it placing a stud under a dud. Do not do that. Okay? Because with our pay plan, as long as they're doing their $80 auto ship, they will get commissions. Then you create a hair and a biscuit's what I call it. That hair will stay in there forever and ever and ever, as long as she's making a check or he's making a check. So, for instance, my sponsor is a huge hair in a biscuit to my upline. Because she has always done her auto ship. She has an ambassador diamond in her downline, building this business like crazy. She gets 2 levels of pay. She gets what's going on her front line, what's going on my second
She's a
line.
distributor?
Yeah, she's only
sponsor.
doing $80. Now, that money should go to my upline who's working. But, because she stays on that $80 auto ship, she's a hair and a biscuit. Okay? So, if you don't want hairs in your biscuit, you have got to make sure you're not putting anyone under somebody who's not building a business. You're giving a gift to somebody. You are enrolling them and placing them somewhere in your first 2 levels. That's a gift. Don't cast your pearls before swine. You know what I mean? Put them under somebody who's appreciative, who's working the business with you. And then you guys can chug-a-lug and go on. I mean, you will build fast when you're doing that and helping people. There's nothing more exciting than seeing somebody, the light come on somebody's eyes and they're like, wow, I've really got a great sponsor that's helping me. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give this all I got. You know? Then you've created somebody that's going to go to work. But don't do it for people who aren't going to work. I don't care who they are. My kids, when I first signed them up, when I first signed up, I signed my kids up. Well, you know they didn't do nothing. They did nothing. I let them fall off the auto ship. I figured one of these days they'll come back on. Well, now they see that Mama's pretty successful. You know, this really did work this time because I've done a lot of things that did work, okay? Well, I've made a believer out of them. And so now my son's like, Mom, we need to talk. You know, he signed up. He's doing his $80 auto ship. Before I did their $80 auto ship. You know, I was so desperate to get some people, you know. So now they're doing their $80 auto ship. And I am placing some things in there because now they want to do it. They had their launch party. My little daughter-in-law, she's doing her Blitz cards. She's excited about building the business. Then my daughter, my oldest daughter, who said, oh, Mom, I could never touch people. I couldn't do what you do, touching their bellies, you know. Well, now she's excited because, again, you know, they want things out of their life that they see Mama getting now, you know. And now they're serious and they're going, okay, I think I can do this. So she signed up. And I placed her under my son. So, now, when you go diamond, I don't want to get too far off track. I'm just saying, please don't place a stud under a dud. Okay? Promise me. No studs under duds, right?
Promise.
We're learning.
Please, yes. Do not do that. It will hurt you in the long run. You will come to really not like that dud that's in that hair and that biscuit that's hanging in there, taking up money that could have been yours. Okay? So, now you're a diamond. You filled out this sheet. You should be drawing your group out every day. Go into your back office. Pull up under the commissions tab. There's a menu. Look under genealogy qualifications. Pull that up. Look at your group and start drawing it out. All the ones go on your front line. And then the twos that are underneath them go here until you get another two. That goes here or whatever. And then the threes go under the twos. You'll map it out until you get down to another one, and that's another leg. Does that make sense? You'll see it when you go on there. Just look at it. Look at your downline. If you don't have your e-office, you can't do that. I promise you, not having your e-office will cost you. So don't question the cost of doing business with our company. $80 auto ship e-office for $20 or $29, and if you're really serious, you'll do the $29. Okay? So, you've got your diamond sheet filled out. You are now a brand new diamond. Another bonus kicks in. You get generational bonuses. So now you qualify for a generational bonus. It's 2%. So now, you just got a 2% raise on all your levels. So instead of getting 15% here, now you make 17. 12. 7, 7, 7, and 4. That's a nice little raise. Big bunch of volume.
That is
up.
It adds up, yes, it does. The other thing that it does is it qualifies you for CAB bonus. Now, CAB stands for Customer Acquisition Bonus. It's fueled by that loyal customer program. So CAB. Pay attention. CAB. Remember what I told you, when you sign up a brand new distributor and they got their first 2 customers, what did you get? $100 fast start. If they don't do it in their 30 days, you don't get that $100, right? So now, as a new diamond, that 30-day 2 loyal customer thing becomes very, very important to you. Because not only now, as a brand new diamond, whatever got you to diamond continues building. Now, you're a brand new diamond, and you start bringing in some new people now as a new diamond. Are you going to stop sponsoring people?
No.
No. So now you're a brand new diamond. If you help this person get their 4 loyals, which make sure you get them 2, you're still going to get that $100 fast start, but now you qualify for an $80 cab bonus. So now a brand new person to you is worth $180. Do you want day 31 to come by and they didn't get those 2 customers?
No.
No. Might be a reason for you to place a customer under there, right? So now because you're going to make $180, or you're going to lose $180 if you didn't help them get their 2 customers. That's why you don't want to do it. You don't want to sign anybody up until they're ready to have their party. You should be cranking out people that have gotten their 4 customers right away. There just shouldn't be any excuse. So, 180. But guess what? When this one sponsors someone, remember we're going to help them get 3 people.